All right, let's build a run. First thing that we need to do is we need to think about what is it that we want to know about. Let's say, for example, we want to know about the beverage category. We want to know about some of the differences between some of the energy drinks. If we were to, in the previous example, search energy drinks, we got to exit out of here. Energy drink. Only one result is going to show up because that is the answer to a question of what form of energy drink do you drink. If we were to click all or questions and answers, then we will be presented with a whole bunch more. For example, the question is, do you drink energy drinks? Yes, no, or I don't know. What forms do you drink? This is where we saw that answer, energy drink, could also be energy shot. What brands do you drink? Here's a distinction, MO versus also. MO is the study's way of saying that this is the respondent's preferred brand. It's the brand that they drink most often, MO. Also means second, third, fourth favorite, something that they might also include in their repertoire of brands. So let's search brands and let's add Monster Energy. We want to learn about Monster, so we're going to add that to our column. We might also, we see here, Red Bull, sugar-free and regular. Well, what if we wanted to know about all Red Bull drinks? What we're going to do is we're going to highlight Red Bull sugar-free, hit Shift, highlight Red Bull regular, and then we're going to drag it down to this box. And when we do that, a little box is going to pop up and it's going to give us a choice, and or. If we want to know about the combination about two brands, if we want to combine the responses of people who drink one brand or something else, we're going to have a larger sample. If someone drinks Red Bull regular and sugar-free, we're going to have a smaller overall sample. And here, what we did is or, because we want to know anyone who drinks any kind of Red Bull brand. So we're going to write, let's see, we're going to write energy. This is just titling it. ENERG drinks, Red Bull, any type, although we didn't include other. So we'll say Red Bull sugar-free or regular. That is the actual definition. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go down here. If we click this, this would add it to our columns. This would add it to our rows. This would add it to our bases. We won't talk about bases now. We're going to add this to our columns. It's going to drop it right under here. Let's say we wanted to break those out though. Let's say we were curious to know the difference between a Red Bull regular and a Red Bull sugar-free drinker. We could highlight them both, drag them over, and it'll include them as separate variables. Now, what might we want to know in our rows? Let's say, for example, we wanted to know some demographic stuff. So we're going to go to lifestyle demographics. We already saw this gender in here, so we can go in and we'll click gender. We can go male, female. You can drag them both over and it'll add them separately. Let's say we also wanted to find out some age breaks. There's a lot of different ways that this program breaks out age, and it's just going to depend on what you're trying to learn. But let's put in 18 to 24. Let's put in 25 to 34, 35 to 44, 45 to 54, and 55 plus. That may or may not be the best age break for any study, depending on what you're trying to achieve. If you wanted to create a custom age break, you could do the same thing. You could highlight 18 to 21. You could drag it down here. Now it's going to give you that box. You can't, if you did and, you would get an error because a respondent can't be 18 and 19 and 20. So you'd have to do or. But we're going to skip that for now. Okay, what else do we want to put in there? Let's put in some psychographic statements. So that's in this next section down around lifestyle. So these are a lot of statements that ask about people's attitudes and opinions. And so let's look at attitudes around diet and health. Now, what we're going to see here is there's agree a lot, agree a little, any agree, neither agree nor disagree, disagree a little, disagree a lot. This is a 5-point Likert scale. Agree a lot, strongly agree. Agree a little, somewhat agree. Neither agree nor disagree, neutral. And then agree a little, disagree a lot, disagree a little. If you want someone who disagrees at all, it could be a little, it could be a lot, you would pick any agree. This is going to give you the largest sample size. But what you're not going to get is if you want someone who really feels strongly about a topic, you would pick agree a lot. The problem is it's going to make your sample size really small. So we're going to pick any agree, and then we're going to find some of these variables. I consider myself to be very healthy. I wonder if it was consider my diet. Okay, we're going to pick I consider my diet to be healthy. We'll drop that over. We'll find this question. I am a vegetarian. Let's see if there's any differences in those groups. Let's see what else. I make sure I exercise regularly. Okay, those are just a few. Sometimes I grab this entire box and throw it over and just see what the data shows me later. Let's also, out of curiosity, I happen to know that energy drinks are big in the Supercross and extreme sports. So let's type in Supercross and let's see what pops up. And so this is under media habits, cable, television, radio. And if you look at TV sports events, you can find watch on television, watch online, and attend. Let's combine all of those. Let's do anyone who's into any kind of Supercross. So we're going to drop that in. And then we'll hit this little or button right here, and that drops an or in here. And then this next one, watch online, Supercross, or attend Supercross. And then we'll call this Supercross fan. Let's see here. All right. Supercross fan. NA. All right. By the way, these are code that the Simmons people have coded these variables. So SUPRCRSW is watch on television. SO, watch online. RSRA is attend. So FA, attend, O, online, W, watch on television. So that is done. We are going to drop that not in the column, but in the rows. Okay, so we have prepared a run that is going to look at what is the difference, or what are some of the differences or similarities between Monster Energy, any Red Bull drinker, a sugar-free drinker, and a regular drinker when it comes to gender, age breaks, some of these health attitudes, and Supercross fandom. So that's the way to set up a run.